Hello, and welcome back. This is the 19th ELO series. I'm on the Badline Network. We're shooting for global. Right now I'm sitting at 1674, which isn't even top 10, but we're going to be grinding straight up. So, as you can see, I've got like a shit ton of low ELOs, so it's going to be a pretty easy grind for a good bit. But I have a feeling that won't hold for too long. But let's get into it. Alright, so I've tried recording this twice now. And the reason I haven't done one in, like, what, a week and a half is because I did, too. But, I don't know, something about game capture on OBS just broke, and it literally doesn't work now. So, right now I'm recording on monitor capture, which probably none of you know what that means, which is fine. But, yeah, you know. I have a topic to talk about, but it is easily the most complicated topic that I will talk about, or that I at least have ever talked about in an ELO series. It's something that I would never be able to fit into a 30-minute, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 30-minute video, especially one where, you know, I sometimes stop talking about the topic to talk about a fight. I mean, this topic is, it lines up the basis for how to improve at Minecraft. It's I mean, it is like one of the most broad, general, but in-depth topics ever. The topic is game sense, and if you don't know what that means, that's fine. I'm about to explain it, but whew, come on, here we go. Gotcha. But the reason I started to think about it, I guess, is because, as you may or may not know, I've been trying to get into Badline UHCs a lot more, and trying to figure out kind of how to improve. And whew, come here. Alright, this gets a little bit laggy. Let's try to move in. Yeah, he's got that crazy delayed knockback. 3 hearts. Is it 1? Gotcha. But, so when I say game sense, really the base level of what it means 6, 7, 8, 9, is game experience. And what the hell happened to this map? Bye. You know, game sense is, there's not an easy way to put it, you know? I can't really simplify it that well, a little bit of lag. But I think the easiest way I can say it is that it is game experience. Now the long version of that is when you play a game, and not just, this is far from exclusive to Minecraft. I mean, it's in any Minecraft game mode, any competitive game really. Not just video games. Like, I mean, you'll see it in football. You'd see it in driving. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Like I said, it's a huge topic. But what happens is, say you're seeing a scenario for the first time, for whatever reason. My horse is on 1 heart. He's on 3. Can we finish it? There we go. So you see a situation, a given situation for the first time. Now, what you do with that situation is, whether or not you realize it, you take in the build-up, right? You take in what's going on before, and without even noticing, you begin to process that build-up of the situation. And then once you see how the situation unfolds, how, you know, the situation turns out, for the most part, game sense has to do with other players, but it doesn't have to be. I'm gonna refer to this portion of it. They are lagging. I'm gonna refer to this portion of it, just, you know, based on a player. So, say you see a specific player doing something you've never seen before. Now, the first part of that is, you see the buildup of what he's doing, right? You see, I don't know, whatever it is, he's, I really can't think of a good example, but you see the build-up, then you see the situation start to unfold. You see what he begins to do and what starts to happen. And when it's over, you think, you know, usually it's something he'll do to beat you. And when it's over, you think, well, okay, this is what happened. And without even realizing it, that information that you got from before, from the build-up, once you see that again, you automatically assume that whatever happened next is going to happen again. That might not make sense. You see the build-up, let's call it, you know, to make it easier, let's call it A. And you see how it begins to unfold, B. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you see A again, you know, down the road, in another game against another player, when you see A again, you automatically assume that B is going to happen. Right? You begin to verify. I didn't check when I started this video. Sorry about that. Alright, we're 6 minutes in. You automatically begin to assume, you know, this is what's going to happen. B is going to happen again. And if it does, great. You kind of verify that that's the pattern of how it goes. You see these repeating patterns, and you just, you know, time after time, you begin to understand. I don't even think this guy buffed up all the way. Yeah, he didn't. But you see these repeating patterns. And a lot of game sense is not necessarily a conscious thought. So, you know, you probably develop game sense without even noticing it. I'd say, you know, this whole A-B process, if you will, is totally subconscious. Now, it doesn't have to be. You know, you can consciously notice things, but for the most part, I'd say it's subconscious. What's this guy doing? Just an unconscious thought process. Alright, come here, guy. He placed a lava down. Let's grab that. Ooh. Oh, lag. Oh, here we go. So as you begin to verify this pattern thing of A and B, you begin to understand, once you see A, you begin to think, okay, well, this is what he's going to do. This is what's going to happen. I better prepare for it. And if it works, I mean, if it continues to work, you continue to verify this A-B pattern, that's when your game sense has built for that specific situation. And I mean, there's different game senses. I mean, it's such a broad topic. You could say there's game sense for each game mode. You could say there's universal Minecraft game sense, which I think is very true. But there's different types of game sense for every game mode. For example, oh, come on. Oh, I'm in trouble. I am really in trouble here. Oh, Gapple. Alright, I gotta get him in this next one and steal. Sorry about that. Alright. Now, universal game sense. I'm gonna call it that. It's far from it, but let's call it universal Minecraft game sense. That's something you can apply to any game mode, any competitive situation. Whether it's a 1v1, or it's a UHC, or it's... fuck, I don't know. Anything. These are things like timing. These are things like understanding player movement. These are things like, you know, knowing how far you're going to get knocked back. Let's jump and... no. But then there's specific game senses. Let's talk about MCSG. Now, there's a specific thing I want to talk about. In MCSG, obviously there's tons of players that have roots on all the pre-existing maps. But I bet you anything that long-time players of MCSG, if you put them on a brand new MCSG map, you know, never before seen, with a bunch of players that have, you know, never really played MCSG, even if they're good players from other communities. The MCSG players would probably... Oh my god, this guy's fucking camping the shit out of me. I wish I could get off my horse and shit on him, but... He's not gonna let me. And he only hits me, not the horse, because he's camping above me, you know what I mean? Alright, 2.5. This should finish it. Ooh. My goodness. 1.5, gotcha. Now, the game sense in the situation I just gave you is obviously not, like, map specific, right? I mean, if it's a brand new map, and these long-time MCSG, what's this guy doing? These long-time MCSG players are more consistently finding chests than the non-MCSG players. That is an MCSG game sense, and I think now if I were to break that down, you know, to its lowest level, whoa. Let's head here. If I were to break that down, I think what it comes down to is there's a lot of patterns on where chests are in MCSG maps. Because, I mean, the people that make them are human, right? And it's a pattern-based species, I guess. Let's gapple. And they begin to... They see the patterns in the old MCSG maps. You know, they see that chests are behind tricky spots, like under leaves and shit, you know? They begin to, you know, form the same patterns on every map, not just widely played maps. Wow, this guy really fucking loves his lava. Jesus. Let's take that out. Oh, that works. Let's head here. Ugh. Do I have my liquids here? Yeah. Alright. Now, beyond that, beyond that, the universal game sense, if you will, is something like I said, you know, getting knocked back, spacing, right? Timing. I'd say like the timing on W taps, or you know, just general, when I hit somebody, where do I aim next? You know, how far is he gonna get knocked back? How quickly is he gonna get knocked back? That is a universal game sense, applicable to really any competitive game mode in Minecraft. Did this guy miss his buffs? I think he did. Now what does that mean? I mentioned UHC because I've been really trying to improve at the game mode, and you know, you can get tricks and tips, you know, from other people, from other people's experiences, but there's a part of the game mode that nobody can explain to you. You know, when to fight, when to run away, how to cave better, how to play aggressively, when to go up, when to snowball or border camp. You know, it's a game mode that no one can really explain to you, and you just have to experience, you know, over and over and over, and try to kind of... This guy's trying to flip and steal. Hang on. Alright. Missed that. Oh, that was bad. Flip and steal. Alright. Another example is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kiting in hardcore factions. You know, which means, if you don't know, running back to your base when you're trying to leave a fight. And, oh my god. Yeah, okay. People can tell you, you know, drink your speed after you've pearled, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And people can tell you, yeah, you have to pot conserve, but nobody can tell you how to pot conserve. That's something you just have to learn after just getting hit, you know, over and over and over after hundreds and thousands of kites. Because I look at the best players in these game modes, and you know, all of them have different play styles, right? All of them are different, and ultimately their difference in mechanical skill leads to their difference in you know, standing as a player, if you will. But more than that, I think the one thing that really separates them all is game sense, is experience. And like I said, that's a... Alright, he's going to screeny. And like I said, wow, you fucking... Alright. Okay, buddy. Like I said, game sense is such a broad topic. When I just say it's game sense, or just experience, I mean, what does that even fucking mean? You know, if you have watched this series for a long time, you'll know that a while back, I talked about, in competitive scenarios, the 4 stages of competence in a game. And I gotta check this ops thing again. Let me line this up. We're 16 minutes in, and it's 6:42. Now, with some math, what's 14 minutes after 6:42? 6:56? Is that 6:56? Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, but like I was saying. Oh shit! Whoa, whoa! No, thank you. No, thank you. Is he hiding? Is he gonna hide? What's up, big guy? Got him. So these 4 stages of competence, if you watched the old video, you know, fucking kudos. But if not, then I'll sum it up for you really quickly. Basically, all it is there's 4 stages of skill, if you will. You know, in any competitive scenario. Man, I keep getting these fucking hard ass fights. Oh, that's what I get for not paying attention. But anyway, there's 4 different levels, if you will, stages of competence in competitive scenarios. And I did not need that careful. The first one is called unconscious incompetence. You know, you join a game, you suck dick, and you don't know it. You know, you just fucking play. You don't even know it's a competitive game. You you play it because it's casual, because it's, you know, something to do. Then you begin to die over and over and over, consistently to the same people, and holy fuck, come here. He still has a flint and steel left. Let's be a little bit careful. Not too careful, though. I'm on 10 hearts. Alright, that's good. He can't run. Yeah, he knows. The second stage is called, conscious incompetence. Which is, he took his helmet off. Which is, you still suck, but you're beginning to understand that you suck, you know? You're beginning to understand, not necessarily why, but you understand that this is a competitive game, and you are far from competitive, right? The third stage is called conscious competence. You know, somehow, and I think that's a pretty big jump, right? But there's obviously different amounts of competence in 4 stages. You know, boiling down competence in any competitive game is a vast oversimplification of the word, but here we go. But the third stage is conscious competence, where you are good, you know, you started to be, or you started to not only be competitive, but and like I said, this jump between the second and third stage is pretty large, so you're a pretty competitive player. You know, you're you're starting to get really good, because you've got one set strategy, right? You've got one set kind of, you finally understand what you're doing wrong, or at the very least some of it, and you have something that you do every time without fail that makes you good. You genuinely, you think in the fight, you think, okay, make sure you continue to do this. The analogy I gave was back when I started getting good at Archer Ladder. I would think, like, genuinely think to myself, stay long range, and do this dodge bullshit. Screeny, okay. But then that switched from the 3rd to the 4th level of competence, if you will. And this is where the pretty good players turn into the really good players. The 4th level is called unconscious incompetence. No, that's not what it's called. It's called unconscious competence, where you're good, but honestly, if someone asked you why you're good, you wouldn't know what to say. You probably have a couple strategies, a couple things you do, but you could probably just roll through the game. You could just with very little effort and just fucking annihilate. And again, there's different there are different levels of this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But at the most base level, I guess, is the fact that you don't think about what you're doing. You don't have to. And I was thinking about this topic, game sense, and it occurred to me that the switch from the 3rd to the 4th stage of competence can only be based on game sense. Can only be based on experience. Can only be based on, muscle memory, as opposed to mechanical skill. It's not something that you can explain to somebody else. That's the definition of the 4th stage of competence. That's what it means. I just hit him with my stake. Alright, he was pretty much AFK. So, that's fine. Let's get a little poison. I think I missed that. I barely clipped it, if at all. Let's finish this. Where are we going next? No debuff. Now, the guy that I got these, his name's Steel, right? He's a CSGO player, competitive CSGO player. He's the first guy that really introduced me to the idea of these stages of competence, and he also has a video talking about game sense. Although I don't know if he really invented, if you will, the idea of the 4 stages of competence, but he definitely didn't invent game sense. That's a pretty, like I said, a pretty broad, widely used term. But he never really made this connection between the stages of competence and game sense. I don't think game sense is something you can learn. Trust me, I've fucking tried. I have tried and tried to bang out shit I'm good at. Tried to be the best player, not just on one server, but in all these different game modes. And yeah, like, that helps. That helps. Don't get me wrong, you really have to look to understand what you're doing wrong. That is how to move from the 2nd to the 3rd stage of competence. But to become a really, top brand player, you have to just play and just practice. And that sounds really, like, generic, but I hope after however many minutes in I am of talking about why it's not will convince you otherwise. The fact of the matter is, you can't just log in and and get tips from somebody else and be really good at any of these game modes, any competitive game mode. Like I said, from Bad Lion to UHCs to HCF to CSGO to competitive hot dog eating. It doesn't matter. This idea of game sense is everywhere. Of experience is everywhere. And I think I've really, as a player, always underestimated the value of it. What time is it? What time did I say? I don't remember. So, here's the screen. So, I don't know. Like I said, this whole idea of game sense, you could mean so many different things. It's such a broad fucking topic. I chose to really focus on the stages of competence with it because, you know, it's pretty relevant to me recently, like, in trying to get better at these different game modes again. Oh, I'm gonna die. No. You know, there's something about especially Minecraft, I think, but everything really, that you just have to sit there, you know, play over and over and over, and see all these different fucking scenarios, see all these different play styles, and learn to play against them. And I'm not saying Dante wants me to change my name to full caps, and I am gonna fucking die because I typed in chat. No. I don't know, I never really liked name changes. I don't want to tarnish, you know, the cleanliness of this account. This original name. This is an original name. Alright. I'm pretty much done talking about game sense. Like I said, it's not a topic I understand, like Elo, like, fuck, like, I probably, you know, I've spent so much time looking at really all these topics I talk about, not just game sense, but, like, when I talked about Elo inflation and that shit, I spent so much time just trying to understand the topic, not just so that I can talk about it, but because I'm the lowest form of human, in that I am a Minecraft PvP scholar. I don't know what it is, but something about it. I just love to learn about really anything, and that's what I do. But even after thinking, you know, so much about these different topics, game sense is one of the only ones that I just can't wrap my head around some of it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough. Holy fuck, I'm getting fucked up. I gotta focus on this fight. And I am lagging too. Alright, he wants a... Okay, so he bows me when I've got a sword out, but when I pull out my bow, he doesn't want to anymore. What is going on? I don't know his healing. Oh, the fuck. Jesus Christ, Christian. Alright, let's get away from this wall. This is really boring. Come on, big guy. Let's play. Put that rod away. Oh my god. These walls! I'm dead. Nope. Head here. Oh, I have my water. Alright, I got his lava, so he can't do that shit anymore, but Jesus Christ, that rod spam. And with the walls, I can't really do anything about it. I think we're gonna lose this fight. Oh my fuck. He's 9 hearts. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. I'm gonna have to get the nuttiest rod trick ever. I'm dead. Oh, that's his last healing. Alright, so this puts him at 11. I'm playing defensive now, you better fucking believe it. He's been walling up against me all game, so... Alright. He's at 9.5, no absorption. I don't really want to have to wait him out, but I definitely will. To be honest. Oh, no thank you. I would go at... Nope. Come on, buddy. Get away from that wall, man. Oh. Did he just heal again? He did. Yeah, he's at 12 hearts. Again. Alright, this is a waste of time. Thank you guys for watching. Huh. 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 Okay. Thank you guys for watching. This was the 20th ELO series. And peace out, guys.